Super 73 RX. Really? Really? RX. Like prescription? Yeah, you're gonna need a prescription if you don't follow these tips. Alright guys, so first things first. When you're out on the road, I know it's obvious, but you're gonna wanna have a helmet. And this lovely helmet is actually a motorcycle helmet. Now, I know officially the Super 73 is not a motorcycle helmet, but you're gonna wanna have something that's DOT certified at minimum. We're out there, we're going 32 miles an hour, or in some cases downhill, it may be even faster. And if a car hits you or you go down hard, your head's gonna hit the pavement and you're gonna wish you had a real motorcycle helmet. So go ahead, spend the money. $100 will get you a decent DOT helmet. Yeah, you could spend $200 to $600 or more even on some of those crazy racing helmets. But we want to make sure you guys are protected out there, okay? We don't want you guys to end up in the emergency room. We don't want you with head injuries. We want you to get back on the road as soon as possible. And then the next easy, quick item that you're going to want to purchase is gloves. Now, these gloves, if you guys can see properly, they have these plastic parts here, and that will get you sliding on the concrete when you do fall, and it'll prevent elbow fractures, radial fractures, and I believe it's a Smith fracture. Not actually 100% sure, but there's two different types of fractures, and so these will protect you on your knuckles for one side and then on your palm for the other side so that you don't get radial fractures. I actually injured this radial fracture about 16 weeks ago, and they didn't do any surgery on it, but I did spend a lot of time recovering and I couldn't use my left arm. Now luckily I'm actually right-handed, so I wasn't affected as much, except for the fact that I broke my leg. I had a left tibial fracture on my leg, and that actually could have been prevented provided I was wearing some boots. Now, I didn't know these things at the time. I just figured you could get on the Super 73 and it'd just be like riding a bicycle. But it's a little bit deceiving. We want to make sure you guys are geared up so that you don't get injured. The next thing is braking. You guys want to brake properly when you're out there, and you also want to swerve. I was watching this video from Dylan's channel, and they were going down the USC campus and they hit a bump. A skateboarder crashed. Then the guy behind him didn't crash, but he ran off his skateboard to prevent a crash. And then the guy behind him in a non-Super 73 bike, but one of those, other bikes, he crashed. He went full on right over the handlebars, had to just slam on his front brake, and he was far enough behind that he could have actually swerved out of the way and or hit his right brake for his rear. So I want to make sure that doesn't happen to you guys. You guys want to make sure you practice good braking technique and that you're out there practicing safe maneuvers. Now, you're going to want to do this before a crash happens so you can prevent it. But if you do get crashed on a bike, you've got the gloves, you've got the helmet, maybe went out and you spent the extra $200, $300 for some nice long boots to cover your fib so you don't injure that as well. Maybe you've gone out and you've got a nice summer jacket, and that'll protect your chest. Those are important. Don't go out and buy the winter jacket. It's important if you're going to ride in winter, but Super 73s aren't really winter bikes. They're not even really safe in the rain, I've noticed. You don't want to be going through dry leaves or dirt or wet leaves or wet dirt, because that stuff's going to make you fall off the bike provided you brake or provided you fall. So I want to go ahead and get you guys all lessoned up here and get you out there riding safe. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to my channel for some more tips.